Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Live with CWY. If you're watching on replay on Facebook or YouTube, welcome, and we would love for you to hit that like button and follow us for more crafty goodness, and also leave us a comment. But if you're watching on replay, let us know. We're going to give a couple minutes to do a camera check. A sound check, and then we will be right with you to share what's going on with our projects and some fun stuff that happened over the last few days. Okay. Are you good? Yeah, but I mean, everything seems good so far. I mean, I think, guys, George is here. Of course, he'll be manning all the comments and all good things. All good things. Okay. All good things. All good things. Well, we know the volume check is working. Very nice. The volume check is good. I like that. Last week, if you guys didn't know, we had our new streaming service muted. So it was too funny. Too funny. All right. Are you good? All good things?
Up and running. Linda Carnahan.
Hi. Hey, Jen. Hi, Linda. Okay. So we're going to give a couple minutes because we come on a couple minutes early and there's a new delay, but I'm really excited for tonight's video. I'm going to be sharing our plan, but tonight we're going to be talking about one sketch, 3 ways, and how I'm going to be working the program, how you can work the program, but the ultimate goal is to craft. For those of you who, whether you need pre-done pages or you need done pages. Now, I always say done because to me, a pre-done page is done to a degree, but then when it's done, it has its photos and its journaling. And I know that's probably just something crazy that I say, but it just works for me. So I have pre-done and I have done.
George Law said hi.
Oh, George, thank you for saying hi. It's so awesome.
And Darlene's on.
Hi, Darlene. How are you? Okay. Guys, feel free to tag your friends, whether you're joining us on YouTube and you're checking both, right, babe?
Yeah.
If you're joining us on YouTube and Facebook, welcome. We're real easy, so feel free to ask any questions, send us some likes, send us some hearts, send them whatever. Okay. So,
No comments
okay.
on YouTube yet.
Thanks, babe. Okay, so one of the things that I want to let you guys know is I went to CKC in Lancaster this past weekend, and it is a huge scrapbook convention. This was my first year going, and wow. Hi, Kim. Hi, sweetie. Thanks for joining. But I had to meet, for starters, I ran into about 40, 50 people I knew, which was amazing. But I want to say what was exciting is, one, finding new things, and I always love to find new things. So there'll be some wonderful shares coming up. I even bought raffle prizes while I was there. I had such a good time. What, hon?
I said we got to check, but I didn't check camera. But
oh, okay. Thank you. But I plan on sharing some of the things that I learned. I took some classes. I watched some demonstrations, and I got new stuff. And so it was a lot of fun. So I wanted to just give a shout out to everybody who I saw at CKC. It was so great seeing all of you, as well as just for every single person, from the organizers of the event to the people who turned out. And I think showing up for things like this in an industry that we love so much, that we might see getting a little smaller, and seeing so many independent businesses, it's close to my heart, not just because get it close to my heart. Oh wait, I just got that. But no, it is close to my heart because it's not just something that I'm in, but it's also, for a business for me, but it is something that I'm passionate about. Okay.
Michelle and Maureen.
Oh, hey, I was just saying hi to hey, everybody. And it was great seeing you guys at CKC, and it was great going with you to CKC. So Loved all of it. All right, so for tonight, everything that you're going to see in this collection is currently on sale under Crafty Highlights. And Crafty Highlights is going to be a section that we use on the website where we can provide discounts when I have things coming up. Now, I knew that this series was coming. So in May at the Crop of Hope, you got 2 of these products for free as a welcome gift. And then they were on sale. And I knew we were keeping them on sale until I got to the Sketch 3 Ways. But I want you to know, I have everything. So I will be working with the bits and pieces, the dots, the floral bits, the sentiment bits, the big bits, and the decorative brads. And I bought 2 packs, or I have 2 packs of paper for myself. And this is what I wanted to share. When we do the Sketch 3 Ways going forward, I'm going to have a ton of this. I can use this. I love it. But I'm going to explain the method to my madness. Every sketch that I redo on the Sketch 3 Ways, this is going to be the paper that I use for the one that I share until I can't make any more. This works for me. The color combination is absolutely gorgeous. And this falls in line with a card series that I'm going to be showing as well. And I just want to share with that. If you take a look, these are our new, you guys know I've been doing strip sentiments for a long time. I love strip sentiments. This is our new birthday strip sentiment set. And the plaid is so nice to hold it up to the plaid because it shows every color on that plaid. I think it's on the back of this. Okay, if you guys look, did you notice anything about the colors? So these are our colored, all birthdays. And there's the blue. So you guys can you guys see the color, the color matches on these? So when I do the birthday cards, this is going to be where I get my sentiments from. And I mean, you guys can make them or you can grab them for us. There's over 100. There's over 100 sentiments. Over 100 sentiments are in the bag. But I designed this to move forward. So when we get to cards. Okay, if you decide to use Sunny Days, I just want to give mention. This, put your stickers aside. Put these 3x4s aside because we're going to decide to use those. This is the Sunny Days collection from Simple Stories. I'm going to be getting a bazillion out of. And then you're going to have this plaid piece. I want you to turn that over. And I want you to remove this Happy Little Moments and the sun piece. And that's from the one that's plaid. Okay, now I do have 2 packs. All right, but I am going to try to keep my 2 packs separate. One of the reasons why I grabbed the second pack was because I did a miscut on a paper in a way I couldn't repair. So with that, I want to just kind of talk about what we have. All right, guys, tonight is all about scrapbooking and sharing our One Sketch 3 Ways. Now, you guys are getting a little bit more with this. If you don't know what One Sketch is 3 Ways, ask the questions. If you don't know how you can get the kits for One Sketch 3 Ways, ask the questions. It's live for a reason. Okay, let me move this aside for just a second. I want to show you our layouts. Let's do this one last because that's the one that I'm going to use with the difference. Okay, so our Sketch 3 Ways, there are 3 workshops that you can pick up to do in case you want to do one and then remake them at home and have visuals and maybe work through them once. This is one. This one is called New Day. New Day features 3 layouts with all the same papers, but also very different. But it's the same layout. So here it is. You can see this one has a 4x4 here, as opposed to the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I'm starting with this one because this is not in the 2026 sketchbook, and I'm giving you all of the measurements. All of them. You're going to get all the measurements tonight.
Your left side is off camera.
I did just move it over because I looked up, and thank you. Okay, so this one is the New Day. Set 2 was Party Animals, and I used Echo Park Collections for all 3 of these. You get all the stickers, and everything is pre-cut. Each one is 6 pages. If you have questions, let us know. Even these die cuts are included. This one here was done with the Party Animals collection, and this was a special request. She's actually on. You guys can congratulate Jen Tyler. This was designed at her request. She actually won a raffle prize where she got to choose a layout for me to design and she got the kit for free. What she didn't realize is I designed this as part of a workshop, so she got all 6 pages for free. So if you And she asked me to design a Sweet 16. You can leave this off. It's why it's separate if that does not work for you. But she asked me to design a Sweet 16 for her niece, Addie. And I've met Addie, and she's really the sweetest. And so it was a real honor to be able to be part of that. And Addie asked, Jen, tell me if I get it right. Addie asked everybody to wear orange to her birthday. I think that was the story. So I came up with a focus on this orange. And this one here is our last one. And we have a patriotic one, which is perfect for our 250th anniversary. And so there's 6 patriotic pages, which for all the different things that are going to be happening this year, I thought that was great. We're going to use this. The difference in this is the extra 2x2s down here. But this is going to be our inspiration one out of these. So you can see all the same sketch 3 ways. Let's dive in and talk about the background. I'm going to use just this one to give you measurements. So pencils at the ready. You guys remember when we used to say that? Pencils at the ready. I buried the measurements. Okay. I want to show something new each time. We have any questions?
No.
Great. Grab a pack of paper. Get pencils at the ready. And Guys Craft. Now you're going to see so many pages made with this Sunny Days from me, but this color palette works for me. The cards are going to work for me. And I just think that the paper, the 2-sided papers, are a lot of fun. So check out the collection. And if you guys need to see anything on that, let me know. But for this, I do not have pattern background pages. So I want to give you the full measurements to cover up your 12 by 12. I'm going to move this up here. And if you guys want to take, if you're watching on a device where you can do a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. If you want to do a snippet, I'm not sure if you can snippet a video or not, but that is the back portion. Okay. I'm trying to get it as big as I can, and I'm going to read them. And then I'm going to give you the left and the right, but just in case, I want to give you guys a chance to snap pictures. All right. Now this is pattern paper. So as we go here, if you're going to let the pattern paper show through, you would skip those measurements. Okay. See them there? All right, let's go ahead and go. So they're all by 12. So just write 12 by at the top, and then we're going to do a list. Okay. You have 1/2, 1/4, 1.5, 2, 1/4, 3, 1/2, 2 1/4, 3/4, 1/2, 1/2. And now I want to tell you what the trick is. It doesn't matter as long as you cover 12 inches, even if it's a solid showing through, like solid paper, because I'm putting solid paper on this. So really your goal is just to do stripes to cover 12 inches. That's how you create this background. The reason why this background is nice is because of the oversized mats and stuff. It lays, it kind of comes across. So on this one here, your top 1/2 inch was not covered. That let me make sure I get it right. The 2 1/4 was not covered. And then the little 1/2 inch at the bottom. All right, so what I have here, I'm going to move this off, but I'll bring it back in. And if you guys have questions on the sketch 3 ways, just let me know. I have throwaway paper. I call it throwaway paper because it's just paper that may not meet my style that I am going to add to my book. And I hope you guys are crafting. I hope you guys wrote those measurements down real quick and you're like, you know what, I'm going to craft along with her. Because here's the thing. The reason why we're going to get it done, I will not be embellishing my pages. I am not embellishing the sketch pages because, one, you got all of the stickers to do these. So you'll be able to finish these and put your little embellishments on. It's not a lot. And I made sure that I did not do a lot of penciling or inking or any of that. So you'll be able to finish the kits that you bought. But what I want to share with you guys is how to embellish all of your done pages at one time when we're seeing all these pages, and we're going to put those in different places. We may not, this part of the series, but we may not do that with all of them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around. I'm going to slide this over a little bit more. This one page. And I just... Hi, Debbie. Debbie Debbie Steinhaus, right? She almost got free gas on her way home. True story. We'll talk about it later. Hi, Janine. I will see you in a couple days. Okay, here we go. And I'm just putting some adhesive on this. And I know you're probably wondering, well, what if you have gaps? Notice I ran my adhesive down this way, and I tried to make sure I got it all. I'm now going to run my papers this way. So if you run adhesive to try to cover a page, and you run your adhesive like this, and then you put your strips on, you may miss a lot of spots. But if you pretty much just go all the way around the edge and then do some down, you'll be able to go a lot faster and you'll get some cross. All right, here we go. You'll get some cross adhesive. The trick is to just not put your hand on it. And you might see the back of my head. Oh, I hit, sorry guys. You're going to see that in a minute. All right, I got to go. All right, here we go. All right. So that's a half. And now we have a quarter. And another thing that I want to mention to you guys, I would really, after I get these down, these colors down, right? I'm sorry. After I get these colors down.
Kathy Smith says hi.
Hi, Kathy. I think I saw that you recently did another book author experience. I might have been wrong because sometimes Facebook shows. All right. It's a net. All right, this is the next size. I don't know what this was. I'm trying not to leave gaps, but I'm looking around and I can see that I have a little bit of a gap in there. Not going to worry about it too much. Maybe I'll have the ones next to me so I have them. Okay, with this here, I decided to do the orange at the top there, kind of like doing a sky, and then do the sun, which is on the back of this. And then put the clouds underneath of it. And you do cover up a lot of this. Just kind of pay attention to where they lay out. All right. And then another 1/4 inch. This was the lined paper. All right. So it has a couple of little ledger. And I'm trying not to do it too tight because I'm very heavy-handed and I tend to pull things too tight. This would be the 3-inch. And if you don't like the swimsuit one, you can pull it over. This has beautiful flowers. I'm going to talk about that in a second. All right, a 1/2 inch here. This is a mini dot too. And there's some polka dots in different areas on this, so I really liked bringing in some of this mini dot. But what I really want to hear is what you think of my color combinations that I brought in as we do this paper. As we do the layout. So the greens and stuff like that I chose, the blues, the dotted has the green on the other side. I wanted the dots to be by the stripes because I don't know if you guys were told this, but when I was younger, we were always told you never wore polka dots and stripes together. And I was like, watch me. So every once in a while when I do that, it's like a little nod. And you could put the 1/2 inch above it. And the 3/4 inch in between, sandwiched in between the 2 1/2 inches, and change it up. You can do whatever you want. And then a 1/2 inch of the green striped at the bottom.
So Kathy did 2 book signings last week.
I thought I saw something. You go, girl. Okay, here's the page. I'm going to duplicate it, and I just want to know if anyone has any questions, if everyone's good to go, but you can really see it's so much nicer than just a plain background. You can really see how much color is being brought in and all the different stripes. It's going to draw your eye when we're done putting this together. Okay. I specifically want to know what Kim Durgy thinks about my color combo. We do have a big delay. I bet Darlene would be another person that if that's okay. I understand why they have delays, and even yeah, we respect that. All right, I'm doing that same striping again, and this is going to take less time than, because on 1/4 inch I even have to use liquid glue. This takes less time than putting adhesive on every single piece. All right, so remember my adhesive is striped this way and they go all the way across. So I got to get started. I have to just pull it to me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be adding.
Says it scares her.
This color combo scares her?
She says scares me.
I know, because she knows I'm about to call her on something. That's why. But in the best way.
Linda Bug says hi.
Hi, Linda. Hello, my awesome friend. Okay, here's another one for you, Linda. If you miss the measurements, I will give them again. Okay, so now, oh wait, I can do it as I'm doing this. Let's bring this in. Okay, so all stripes of 12. That first one was the 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch. Now it was the orange. This one here was 1 1/2. The clouds are 2 inches. Such a great way to show off the like all the papers in a pack as well. The other thing that I like about this is because you're doing this striped background.
Your paper's off camera.
Scraps.
The right side.
Thanks, babe. Scraps. You can make this out of scraps because remember you just have to cover the 12 inches. And unless you use a pattern paper, leave the gaps. And I'll mention that again as we go in. The 3 inches.
So Kim says pattern paper, but I don't know what that is from.
Okay.
Because
I'm more wondering how you guys, so I chose these papers. I'm going to tell you why I'm wondering. I've had a lot of people, I think I cut this one crooked. I can't match it from the side. I got to do it this way. If it's slightly crooked, I have to try to go in this way because if not, I'll never be able to get it to that top portion just by running it down the side. Okay, so then after this, we have this. Okay, what were you saying, babe?
I said Kim said pattern paper.
The pattern papers are awesome in this, but you'd be able to use any pattern papers you want. Of course, that would work for you for all of these, all of the three, one sketch 3 ways. You want to use papers that you want to use. So if that means you want to remake and use your stash, but if you want to get a good grip on the series, or maybe you just want an excellent deal on a workshop, check out the 3 options that are available for you over on the website.
I believe Sharon Roselli.
Hi, Sharon.
Marlboro 6.
She is. That's our girl. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put the dotted on that one. Oh, sorry. 1/2. This one here, 3 inches.
Your paper's going.
Thank you, George. 3 inches, 1/2, 2 1/4, 3/4, 1/2, 1/2. Okay, here we go. And our last one. And we have a background. Now, if you guys have not built backgrounds before, I highly encourage you to give it a try. I highly encourage you to play with it because the overall idea of it is to build a custom page. But what it does for you is it brings in lots of colors. It gives you a lot of variety and allows you to craft with your supplies that you do not need big pieces. You do need 12 inches long. But we all know as crafters and scrapbookers in particular who buy 12 by 12 paper, the 12-inch strips are not a problem. So strip those background. We made strip cards for years. Why not incorporate that into our backgrounds? Okay, we have bigger pieces.
Looking forward to doing these layouts.
Oh, I hope you have fun with them. You made some beautiful pages last time.
Says great calendar pages.
Yes. Now, Darlene, you were one. So Kim, the reason why I asked about my colors is I get to have a little fun now with you guys.
She said she was crafting while organizing all week.
She was crushing it. I actually chatted with her from CKC. Okay, so the reason why I asked is I have heard from multiple people that matching your colors and picking your colors can be a stressful experience for you. So I want to put this layout together and then I just want to kind of ask your opinion on if you think the colors that I chose worked or not, and then I want to share a little something. Okay, we have more sizes here. So I'm going to take the right side away. Oh, I do like to check something. I like to do this. just in case when I go across. I like to see like these. I might think these two line up a little bit better than this side. So one thing that I do is I often just kind of do a little this, and I kind of like this way better. Since you're just doing those strips, and I don't cut a piece of paper, the same piece of paper all the way across. I think doing that requires a little bit more dedication than I want for this easy scrapbooking series. Okay, so here we go. This is our our 250 anniversary kind of collection here that we had. And I'm going to be using that because I'm going to, the change on this one, once again, I just want to go back. Remember, they're all three the same sketch. This one has 2x2s matted on this side. This one had no extra photos matted because it had a big title here at the bottom. And this one just does not have the extra 2x2s because I want you guys to know there's variety in doing these. All right, we have some measurements to give out. Now, these are going to be your left page measurements. You're going to go, don't look at this one. Look at this one. I'm so sorry. The blue, which is back here, that solid blue. That solid blue is going to be, are you okay?
Yeah, I dropped my phone.
Okay, as long as you're okay. This solid blue is going to be 9 1/8 by 7.5. The white second mat here is going to be 8 5/8 by 6.5. All right, and those are the two measurements that I have cut right here. We're going to go ahead and put these on. Yeah, it is a huge, especially for you if you're teaching classes or something, it's a great time saver. Striping, putting all these pieces down, you know, not exactly time friendly, paper friendly, yes. All right.
Said it's stressful for her to pick colors, but she has Mr. Darlene's help.
She's Mr. I love Mr. Darlene.
Sharon Roselli said this weekend she made the pre-cut you did.
Oh, fantastic.
Loves them all.
Oh, I'm glad.
And Kim loves this. Thinks you're doing amazing, I guess.
Thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping that it will just give you guys some stress-free, inspired crafting and get lots of great pages done. Okay, because we want this continuous mat to come across, just want to show you this. There is no space in between here. So we want it to look like it just goes straight across and has the same amount of space. So even though we have 1/4 inch here, like 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch here, because the page is going to be divided there, we're going to leave only a 1/8 and a 1/8 when we put our pictures down. So you're going to notice if you look at this, there's less of a border here. And then on the one we're using right now, there's less of a border here. That's because when the two pages are positioned together, it gives that exact border all the way across. If that doesn't make sense, please let me know. All right, we're going to put the blue down, and we're going to put, once again, it's going all the way against the right. And I'm looking for a 1/2 inch on the 3-sided border at this point, okay? 1/2 inch all the way around those 3 sides, give or take. I will never be measuring. Y'all know I don't do that. All right, I have 2 little things that are playing peekaboo. This little 1/4 inch right here. I gotta pick it up, put it to my face. And this little red piece. Let's make sure that I got them. Now cut from this side. I'll just have my scissors leaning back a little because I don't want to cut the blue. I just want to cut what's underneath. Okay. Now, for the purposes of the video and so that you guys can see, I'm going to take some of these photo mats here and just kind of lay these out for you, just so you get an idea on that portion. So you would have this photo over here with an 1/8 inch. Is that an 1/8 or a 16? That's an 1/8, right? Yeah, that's an 1/8. Never mind. It took me a second. And then you see you have a 1/4, 1/4, 1/8. All right. If anybody has questions about this, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these down, but I'm not planning on keeping these down For the purposes of the series, though, when we go back and we do them, since I'm doing pre-done layouts, the feedback that I have gotten from all of you is that you like seeing the photo mats. The photo mats help you visualize, and that's why I keep using them. So I'll go ahead and put these on for you, leaving that spacing that we just talked about. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to have that other mat for the other side. And then these are some other colors that I've chosen to bring in. A little bit more of that orange. I think it's really pretty, and I'm thinking about doing 2 of these right here in the orange. All right, I don't want to put orange on this page, or black on this page with the orange. I want the black pop. I need a little black pop. That's going to go on the other page, and then a yellow and a yellow to balance it. All right, if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm going to grab my foam tape. And once again, this is definitely, you could be making this while we're live. I got to get my foam tape out of my craft bag. Okay, here we go. All right, no foam tape for this guy here. Here's this color that I've chosen. There it is. Okay. How are my colors looking, everybody? And you can see a lot of this gets covered up. So it doesn't even matter if this ends up being swimsuit or, you know, whatever. It's very subtle. All right, there we go. And you'll see that only a small amount of that is going to stick out because you guessed it. I'm going to put, I should have did these in black. I'm so sorry. I realized I'm thinking about pulling them up right now. This shows up so much better on camera, photographing as well as video. So let me grab those out. I want you guys to really be able to see them. All right, we'll let that sit for just a second. Let's do this one.
Darlene said really nice summery colors.
Oh, I'm glad you like them. I mean, you could, this is something, if you want to do the series with a paper pack, you can choose any paper pack that you have. Maybe if you're low on Christmas pictures, for example, you could pull out your Christmas papers, or if that's the paper you want to get rid of. I mean, sometimes all right, everybody, tell the truth. How many of you make layouts or cards or whatever because you're ready to get rid of that paper? Like, you're like, yeah, this has to go. Got to move on. Oh, thanks. I do too. They're happy. They're just happy. I don't know how else to describe them except they're happy. I'm going ahead and tracing all, and this is what I do. I've been asked about this multiple times. So if you are gifting and you are using the photo mats, I do the photo mats, and then I just put the black around the edges. Now, for those of you who did the 2026 sketchbook, you know that all of those photo mats are print and then cut. You can use those to gift your books. And when you print them, it actually says what size photo to put on them. So you'll have those, and you can just do print and cut with those. All right, I'm going to put this back on, doing a quarter all the way around on this first one, 3 sides first. And then I'm going to put this one back on, doing the quarter, lining it up, and then quarter underneath. Okay, I think this will make it a lot easier for you guys to see them. Sorry, I forgot that. I'll try to remember that one in the future for y'all. Okay.
Sci-Fi and Linda Bug, they do that. Work with the paper to get rid of it.
Yes, it's real. Like, that is keeping our stash under control and moving on is real. You guys will love. I will also be having a scrapbook video coming up soon. That is part of our scrapping with scraps. And this can definitely be a scrapping with scraps in the back, because notice I use just cardstock. Okay, and now these two I'm going to put on foam tape. The reason why I'm choosing to put these two photos on, or the ones going to on foam tape, I'm sorry. The reason why I'm choosing to put this on foam tape is it highlights it, it elevates it, it adds dimension to the layout. But the other reason is sometimes if you're using foam tape on big elements, I have one on this page and one on the other side, and you're using lots of things, providing the extra dimension. It makes things, not just the dimensional things stand out, but it gives you little pops and it draws your eye. All right, so this one is going to go here. And notice everything's touching. Everything's overlapped. Everything is touching. It helps to create the flow. This one's going to go here. Now I'm going to peel this. And I kept my foam tape like away from the edge here because I know that I'm putting it on top of this one. Up a little bit, and I will be able to get it right back there. See that? And notice there's nothing here. So I'll be able to wiggle my photo right into there. Okay. This one's a little close for me. Let's try not to rip the paper. If we rip the paper, we're going to move the other one if it shows, just so you know. I just want to move it over a tiny bit here. A little bit, just a little bit more. I like that. I like to see all of those colors kind of playing peekaboo in there, but I want to make sure it gets on the 2x2 so that it's going to touch that picture a little bit. So I'm just trying to see where I want to pop it on there. That looks good to me. Okay, we're done one. All right. This is my color with a little pop of black, of course, and I really want to know what you guys think of the papers that I chose specifically. So I'm going to pick them up. So this orange with it, the green, the blue, and the yellow. I will be bringing in some pinks later on, but not tonight. All right, but for this color combo now. Okay, and I want to share one more thing. I've become, in my scrapbooking, slightly obsessed with these. They were in all, I think they were in all three of these One Sketch 3 Ways. They are a little file tab that's in Design Space. I'm crushing, obsessed, crazy. I will probably be cutting a bunch of those and throwing them in. For those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that once I latch onto something, I latch onto it for a little bit of time. So I may have these, if you guys end up really liking these, I may have these available in future projects, or like in little bags. I can throw them in with your thank you gifts and stuff like that. If you think these tabs are cool after doing this series, let me know.
Sharon says she would love an SVG file for 4x6, 3x4 photo placeholders. Like
SVG, I don't understand why we would.
On an 8.5 by 11 print and cut.
I'm sorry. Stop. No. I got the first part, but then I started to talk, and then when you kept talking about the second part, I don't know what you're saying.
She would like them as a print and cut.
They are print and cut. Sharon, they're in the Design Space files already, honey. You got the 2026 sketchbook, right? Let me grab that other sheet now. Okay, so here's our other background page. And I'm going to be lining up this side, but I don't want to measure anything. Measuring takes time. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to take my piece. I think she got the 2025 too. I'm pretty sure she got the 2025 and the 2026 because she crafts along. Okay, I'm just going to line this one up. This is the easiest way for me to do it, and here it is. And this is how I know that they're just going to be perfect, and then I slide that out of the way. That's it. I'm not going to measure if I don't have to, and y'all know I'm not getting rulers out and making marks because I believe fast, easy, beautiful, simplified is where I need to be right now in my scrapbooking. It doesn't mean I don't love Top Shelf. If you haven't, we have a Top Shelf class in a few weeks. The second Saturday in August, if you want to challenge yourself to do paper piecing, Top Shelf, beautiful layouts, check out Midnight Garden. It's on the set. There we have some left. Join that class. You'll know what Top Shelf is, but I don't think we can live there. All right, so here we go on this. I'm going to take that blue. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to leave an 1/8 on this side, and we're going to try to get like a half around it. George, I feel like this is I feel like this is short on the one side. Yeah, I'm getting ready to give this measurement, and as I'm putting it, oh wait, that's because this goes all the way over, guys. I'm so sorry. Not an eighth. The picture is what I was like, oh, that's not wearing. This goes flush to the left side, guys. Sorry. And let me give you those measurements. I realize, okay. All right, the right side. Hold on for a second, please, so they can cut my answer. The right side. All right, let me bring it in. Ta-da! All right, so the right side, which is going to be green on this one, our blue, is 4 7/8 by 7.5. 4 7/8, 7.5. And then our white, which is our blue over here, is 4 3/8 by 6.5. 4 3/8 by 6.5. All right, good to go. Let me know if anybody has any questions. Go ahead, babe.
Sharon says she does like the tabs.
Okay.
And yes, she's got both sketchbooks, so she will have to.
So Sharon, they're in the Design Space files. Now you use the ones for 2026 because a font that I used in 2025 might be hinky in Design Space right now because I noticed that it was. But if you pull up your 2026 sketchbook, you can print and cut all of the photo mats that are shown on every page. And I'll share that in just a minute. Okay, I'm doing a quarter, and then an eighth over here. Okay, 1/8 of an inch on the left there. So that way it matches up. Okay, so here's the sketchbook. And
They all belong on the top shelf.
Oh, you are so sweet, but top shelf is another level. It is. I have people who are like, I will never, like, they take one and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to find.
Forward to the top shelf.
Oh, Sharon. Yeah, Sharon does do top shelf. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to find one that was our next, one of the sketches that I used in this first series, just so I could kind of share and show that. Guys, I have a special coming up with this really soon. Scrapping with sketches, doing it beautiful, but taking a scrapping with sketches to the next level. That one's going to be fun. Okay, here you go. This is one of the layouts in this series. So 2 of the layouts in this series came directly from our book. I want to teach you to use this book. I want you to use this book. I want it to be a resource for you. If you're not familiar, I do a sketchbook each year. It is downloadable right on the Creating With You website. And this year, oh my goodness, I have 2 years in here, guys. This one's big. All right. So this year's, our 2026, came with 28 sketches. 3 are single pages in the back, and then 25 are 2 pages. So when this was done, it's 58 pages. As my free gift, I give my Design Space files. So when you look at the Design Space file, it looks exactly like this, which means all the 4x6s, 3x3s, 4x4s, and all of those are set to print, then cut, in case you gift or you like to mark yours. There you go. The gift that keeps on giving, y'all. All right. So we're going to move on now. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. All right. So now we're here, and I have these 2. Now, on the other page, I did yellow to the outside. If you like to see your pages very balanced, everything balanced, you are going to prefer to have your yellow on the outside. If you like to have a little more whimsy, you will put the other color on the outside. All right, so that's it. And you might notice that, you might not. For me, for this one, I'm going to replace this yellow one and go with 3 different colors, I think. So on this one here, I used 3 different colors. I used a light blue, a dark blue, and a red. Look, there's another one of those little file tabs that I'm obsessing over. Oh, good. Next time you guys see this, I'll have file tabs. Okay, so for this, I'm going to bring in another color. And I have these 2 here. I'm going to replace it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that pop of orange, so I'm going to grab a pink. Let's bring in a whole nother color. And you can use pattern paper too, but I decided I wanted to use solids tonight because it's all going to come together when I explain why I did what I did. All right, let's grab a pink. I had pulled one. I'm just flipping through to find it. Here we go. Let's see what we think of this pink right here. We got a couple of pinks over here. What do we think of this pink right here? See what you guys think. Adding that little bit of lighter pink right there. I'm going to cut this because if you don't say yes, I can use it another time. But what do we think of the little pop of lighter pink there? All right. Let me know if they're like, no, I'll grab either orange or the dark pink or, you know, whatever, hun. Just let me know. Okay. I'm going to put this one here. And I'm going to put the pink on the edge. I'm going to bring this in. And if you remember at the beginning, I said we're going to put a couple of things aside. And one of the things we were putting aside was this one here. It's pink with the white daisies. And it has the 3x4 pocket cards on the one side. It is titled 3x4 Elements. I use a lot of these in my crafting. These go both ways. I want to pick one of these. So I have days like these. These are the days. That one's cute. The Good Life is cute. Make today count. I'm not going to use this because it's a floral. I love this. Look, so flippin' cool. You knew I was going to use that. I like this. I think I'm going to use Good Vibes. I really do like these. So when I cut these, because I said, hey, let's keep them aside. Even though I have tons of embellishments, and I do have tons of embellishments, and we're going to be doing so many different things. We're going to do collage embellishing. We're going to do all kinds of fun things. I still want to make sure that I have these 3x4 cards. Okay, I think I'm going to use Good Vibes.
Patty White says hi from the Atlantic Ocean.
Lady, our cruiser. She's our cruising ambassador in the middle of the ocean. But look at that. Isn't
sounds off because she's in a public venue.
She's probably listening to the piano man sing us a song. All right, so I'm going to put it on the black, and I liked the Good Vibes, and I do like it very much. Okay, so we're going to go with that one. Any comments on the pink? No. Okay. That means I can use it. All right.
Rochelle said raspberry.
I do. I have some raspberry right there. You're right. And here's that light pink right there. Right there. Right there. It's in the, there's so many colors. There are just so many colors in this paper. And that's something that I'm going to share when I bring this to the end. Rochelle, it was so nice seeing you at CKC. I was telling everybody, I don't know if you heard at the very beginning, that it was so nice to just see everybody and be in a place with people who just love to do what you do. It was great. I really felt the camaraderie. That's what it is.
Sharon says like the pink.
I like the pink too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the pink on. Here we go. And now what I want to do is I'm going to be putting this on foam tape. It's on foam tape here. It's that same thing. It just gives a little something. It elevates it, but it helps with the flow. If the only thing you ever, like if, oh, thanks, honey. I do too. If the only thing you ever put on foam tape are just embellishments and you never think about doing, and if you're doing 2 photos here, 1 photo, just like I did on the other one, you notice I did that 1 photo on the foam tape. It's a great way to add just dimension and like a cohesiveness to what you're doing. It doesn't just have to be embellishments on foam tape. I do photos all the time. But I do love not putting titles on everything. This is my title. This little 3x4. Unless I add something at another time, like here, it has the America or something. This here can be your title. A pocket card can be your title. Okay, so this one here is going to go about here with a little bit of a pop, and then this one's going to go here. And I'm sizing them up first. I take a long time to place my stuff when I am doing workshops for you guys. I will move things sometimes 4 or 5 times because I want to make sure that it's crossing all the lines and doing all the things. Once again, everything's touching. I'm going to slide this one out, leaving that in place.
Smith said she was seeing you on Friday?
I did. I saw a bunch of, so I saw multiple people that you were with, but I did not see you. Ahamana. Yeah, I can't even spit that out. I had fumble tongue. Okay, and it's going right here, not touching this line. I think that looks good. Now we're going to put this on. Yeah, I saw like 3 or 4 people that I think Kathy was with, but I never got to actually see Kathy. All right, so here we go. And now this one is going higher and on, so this one's below this line. This one's up here a little bit and then coming down, and it's touching this and this, but not overlapping on the picture. And we're just getting really nice contact with everything. It's going to help with our flow. There it is. That's so cute. All right. I'm going to bring it in and we're going to take a look. Okay. So let's take a look at the layout that we started with. Remember, this is one of 3 options for the one sketch 3 ways. How it works is basically like this. I want to encourage you to embrace a sketch. When you embrace that sketch, to create it, recreate it at least 3 times. It will get you comfortable with sketch scrapbooking. It will get more scrapbooking done for you. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. So we have this layout 1. It's the exact same sketch. We have the 3x4s represented here, nothing underneath, because this is our focal. It doesn't matter what you do here. You want a 4x4 here, put a 4x4 here. You want 2x2s over here, you want to bring 2x2s over here. This is the anchor for this sketch. Now on this one, we used pattern background pages, so we skipped a half of an inch here. We skipped the whatever the measurement was for this one, and we skipped that half of an inch at the bottom because I used full pattern papers for many of these. All right, so you have that. Then you have it here, white paper. There's no pattern here. I did the same thing. I skipped here, and I skipped here. Good to go. Same anchor, 4x4. And then you have those. The sketch the 3rd time. We have the one that I used showing you can add the little 2x2s. I love 2x2 photos because I don't need a photo this big of my food. True story. I'm happy enough with the photo being this big of my plate. And like, I'm noticing that I like other things this size too. Okay, and now we're going to bring in this sketch. And we're going to chat tonight, and I am hoping you're going to like this. I was like, where did I put my other page? And as soon as I find the other page, that is your cue. George Law.
What?
Do you know what I did with my other page?
You put it in the scrapbook.
I'm looking. I found it. You were no help in this situation, sir. Did you really just relocate the page I had? Yes. All right. So on this one,
You're getting off camera.
thanks. I appreciate it. On this one here, I used, ta-da, throwaway paper. Throwaway paper to me is paper that could be perfectly good, but I'm just not going to use it. And I have everything in my throwaway paper from main like top notch. I have some close to my heart in there. 12x12 papers that are just not my style, that get a different life when I do this. All the way down to I will buy pads of paper when they're on sale for $5. That's when I buy them because I don't care if the papers are any good because I'm either using them to cut up, to check measurements or practice boxes or folds, or I'm completely covering them. So that's what that is. So here I filled those places in and we went over the measurements, but if you guys have questions on that, just leave me a comment. And now here's our next one. So for tonight, I picked all of these colors to go with this. I really gave myself this one here. Bless you, sweetie. I'm going to show you the ones I used to pick my colors. And I need a piece of that plaid. Where'd that plaid go? Here we go. These are the ones I used when I was picking my colors, even though they're the same. And one of the reasons why I switched off, you can see there's a lighter blue here. There's kind of a darker burnt orange here. And on here, they're a little bit lighter. You can see there's multiple colors of the blue. one of the things that you are seeing in a lot, bless you, hon, in a lot of companies, Simple Stories is one of my favorite. Echo Park does it. Like so many of these other ones, we could go into it. But the thing is it is not a small color palette. It is a very large color palette, and they're doing that on purpose so that you can blend in different things. But for you guys, I hope you like this page. And now I want to tell you, I think it looks great. I really love everything about this. I love the color combinations. I love the pink. Stop. I love everything about this page. I like the different color combinations. I like the different colors. I really love everything. I'm very happy with it. None of the solids match this paper. There is not one solid that I used. The pink, okay, maybe you would think the black. No, I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. The orange, the blue, the green, none of them actually fully match this paper. For starters, they're not even from the same company. They're not one of these solids are Simple Stories, which is where our original color palette comes from. This is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I really do. And so I've heard from a lot of people that they can't pick colors. It's something that Kim and I recently talked about a lot. And I had told her even, hey, you know what? I've heard this from three people lately. And the thing is I bet most of you would say, Tina, that looks really nice and I really like it. And you chose fun, bright colors and it's great. And the reason why is because you're more likely out of the kindness of your heart to see the positive in this. And that's what other people are going to see when they look at your scrapbooking. Don't over scrutinize. Don't overthink it. Don't think it has to be just so. For starters, done is better than perfect, and you're good enough is better than best. So it's all good. But here's what I have here. I have photo play paper, close to my heart paper, American Crafts or Encore, I don't know here, and not even the black matches. You remember that? This is a lighter black. This is what they call jet black. It is deep, deep, deep black. Not even the blacks match. But is that what you saw when you looked at it? So I know that matching papers from different companies and pulling them can be intimidating for people. But my thing is just dive in and go for it and start with a paper pack that has a lot of colors, a big color palette when you first get started, as opposed to a very small color palette that you feel you have to match a little bit more. And I think you're going to find a lot of the products on the market today that there's so many options for you to start with. But my first place to tell you to shop is in your stash. If you decide you want to do the Sunny Days work with me, all of that's on sale on the website. All right. So you can look at that as well. I do want to mention for the Sunny Days, one of the reasons why I chose it is one, I really liked it and because they had everything. And I wanted to be able to do everything. But another focus was for these guys here. I'm hoping to use one pack, but I'm probably going to throw in some of the Dollar Clear Sparkles so that I don't go to 2 packs of these. But the floral bits for the cards, when I get to the cards, I'm going to be saving, in case you go ahead, a little bit of this, which I loved, all scraps. But I'm going to try a little bit to save a little bit more of that and a little bit of this. And the only thing I'm going to be using for my sentiments are these. So I'm going to cut these apart. These are going to be birthday cards. Happy birthday cards, like just really pretty, beautiful floral birthday cards. So you are even going to be getting some card sketches in this series. All right. And they're going to be fun, simple cards. All right. Not, no fun folds, no nothing. So if you're going to want to pass on the series, even though you're like, I don't think I'm going to use floral with this. If you're going to want to do the cards, this is what I'm going to use. And in here you get 33 pieces. All right. And you can always just use stamps out of your stash. I will give you the sizes that I'm using when I line them up. All right. I hope that makes sense. I did give myself all the things because I knew I would be making a lot. So just pick the ones out that you like. These ones are really, really nice. The big bits. Okay. But just pick the ones out that you like and we'll work with the ones you like. And you get a whole pack of stickers if you decide to go this way. But most paper packs, you're going to get a whole sheet of stickers. And when we go to embellish, one second, babe, when we go to embellish these, the reason why I'm waiting till we do all three is because I want to show you how I divide my embellishments when I don't have all of this. And one of the ways I do that is I will have multiple pages in front of me, and I'll kind of share this as we go. And then I say, I'm going to put 3 of these stickers on this layout. And then I'm going to put 3 of my stickers on my next one. I'm going to put 3 of my stickers on my next one. You don't have to ration them that way if you have this, but if you end up using a paper pack that you have at home, and this is the predominant amount of your embellishments, I want to be able to stretch those, help you stretch those. I hope that makes sense. And remember, this can always be another picture if you don't have 3x4 pocket cards. Okay, honey, go ahead. Thank you for letting me get through that.
In reference to your colors that you were talking about, different papers,
yeah,
different colors, Sharon says that sends her OCD into panic mode, but she loves it.
Yeah, and the thing is I mean, I know what you're saying, but we have so many people in the group that are buying so much solid card stock and then not able to match it with other ones. And what I mean by it doesn't match, I don't just mean the brand. I made sure this orange does not actually match the orange in the set. The blue does not it's like 2 shades off. The yellow is between these two, but it's not exact. The pink, this is not the exact pink. It's not the exact black. So it wasn't just the brands didn't match. I have colors that match this better. And this is darker. The raspberry is actually darker than this raspberry. I had colors that would have matched it better. But I'm really hoping that sharing and showing this with you guys, that maybe it might help you relax a little bit to see that you're going to see just beauty in the color of it. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
No, but before Kim said thank you for that, and I don't know what she's thanking for. It's been that long ago.
She is a stretch on for her the colors. Matching colors is she's part of that. Kim, I'm going to be reinforcing this, and if there's anything else you guys want me to share and show, please let me know. Okay. Are we good? Okay, so I will be back with you again this week, either tomorrow or Tuesday night, for a quick video. We are going to be giving away our monthly drawings. So I have the close of an art challenge, but I have to do last month's art challenge. So we have an art challenge winner being announced. We have our activity raffles. If you are commenting on the Creating With You Facebook page, if you're commenting on Creating With You exclusively, if you're doing all the things that we have, your name goes in for raffles. And every month we are back to giving away raffle prizes. So I will be back to give away raffle prizes either tomorrow or Tuesday. I really hope to have it tomorrow. I'll see some of you on Tuesday for a class, and I'll see some of you on Wednesday for our virtual card buffet if you're joining that. I really hope you guys will enjoy this series. Do not post these if you finish them tonight. I would like that to go in the next creative art challenge. So if you post them in there, I just want everybody to see them as we start that series. So I wanted to get that done, but I didn't get that launched before I left to go away. I was away from Thursday. So I want to make sure that that goes in. And also, I want you to be able to recreate this for that whole month while we're doing it. So you'll be able to remake this again and again and get the bonus points for it in the Creative Art Challenge. So remake it as many times with as many papers as you like. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is the reason why I thought that this was such an important sketch is it's all vertical pictures. That does happen to us sometimes. So this sketch focused on straight verticals. And you'll notice as I talk about the other photos or the other layouts that I have, in another series, I'll be doing all horizontals, but I'll show that as well. All right, are we good?
So Linda Carnahan, she has hers all cut out. Now she's got to build her pages.
Yay! And don't forget to post them in the Creative Art Challenge.
But not yet. You got to post them when the Creative.
Yes. Yeah, when you get them all done, post all month long, honey. And that'll be up. You'll see that change over tomorrow. I didn't want to just change it over before I left too, which is what I thought about, is because I thought this would confuse people, because this is actually not sketch one. For the sketch, one sketch 3 ways. this is not what is called sketch 1 in the set. So I actually went out of order for a reason.
Right. So Sharon says, thank you for the great pages and sketches.
You are very welcome.
Little Penguin says, have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks. Keep crafting and organizing,
Linda
Kim.
came back and said she will do.
Perfect. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I want to thank you for joining me for this Sunday Live. Whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube, we love having you here. Leave us a comment. If you have any questions, leave us that as well. We're happy to have you join the creative community. This is a wonderful, supportive place, and I just, guys, it's all good things. I love being back with you guys, and I'm excited, and it's a blessing in my life that you guys let me be part of it. Thanks, guys, so much. Have a great week. And as always, lots of crafty goodness. Bye-bye.